a crisis just broke out in the oceans around Jamaica. And my understanding is we have breaking news. Our own Steve Slepcevic of Strategic Response Partners was in Jamaica. If somehow you were asleep at the wheel, this is the storm we're talking about. Take a look at this.
A devastating direct hit. Melissa slamming into Jamaica as a catastrophic Category 5 hurricane.
It is the strongest storm to lash the island since record-keeping began 174 years ago.
Wind gusts topping 200 miles per hour and torrents of rain violently lashed the island. Video captured roofs and debris whipping across the town of Black River.
This was the terrifying scene inside a hospital as Melissa ripped through.
Heavy storm surge left streets underwater, uprooted trees, and brought down power lines. Local officials say hundreds of thousands of people are without electricity.
Tonight, officials cautioning people to avoid flooded areas where crocodiles may lurk. Visitors at this hotel forced to evacuate to the ballroom, where they rode out the storm, huddled together on the floor.
And around 25,000 tourists are also still stranded with major airports closed. We are also learning, according to the Associated Press, that there are about 5 deaths associated to this storm in Jamaica.
A great friend of the Highwire and founder of Strategic Response Partners, Steve Slepcevic, is in Jamaica. Steve, my understanding is your team was not able to get to you. You were the only one that got in there before the storm struck. So you've been weathering this one, really alone in there. What's it been like? What was that storm like?
So that ballroom that they showed is the ballroom that I was sheltered in. And this particular hotel is the Ocean Coral Springs Resort. That's just in the Montego Bay area. Now, we have a team of forensic meteorologists that were telling us, hey, listen, people were saying Kingston, Kingston. I'm like, this storm's going to keep pushing west. So I pushed in 2 days earlier with our team into that hotel because I looked.
All right, we're live from Starlink. Elon, let's get this thing booted back up so we can get Steve.
Hey, these windows are gonna...
Oh, here we go. Here he is.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We lost you there for a little bit. So you said that the storm was pushing. You were in Montego Bay. They were saying Kingston. Take it from there.
Yeah, and so pushed in Montego Bay. We entered in that house ballroom where we're staying, right? That's that. They boarded it up and stayed in the ballroom.
So how would you describe this storm? You've been in the center of many hurricanes. These images seem really intense. I think, there's intensity. Obviously, you have major hotels that are probably built stronger. I've been to Jamaica. There's some very poor areas, as we're seeing, tin-roofed shacks and things, which just can be so devastating for structures like that. But how bad was this storm? Did we lose Steve? Oh, we might have lost him. We'll give him, we're going to see, let's give him a few more seconds. I mean, obviously, we got some footage, I guess, that he sent. So we'll just take a look at that while we're waiting to get him back on. We don't have that yet either. Oh, here he is.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, sorry. The reception is horrible here. And
I wonder why.
What's interesting is, yeah. So there's people that are in absolute dire need, and these areas are completely flooded out. If you see how
all right, here we got some footage coming in right now.
no water. So I'm not sure. Can you hear me, Dal?
I can hear you. We're looking at your footage right now. It's just devastating. Flooded areas, blown out. I think one of the issues always is, you survive the storm, but then it comes down to the cleanliness of water, right? The water supply gets contaminated oftentimes, and then you have all sorts of disease outbreaks because people can't get clean drinking water. Is that one of the concerns you have right now in Jamaica?
Yeah, that's the hotel roof that you're seeing from us. Yeah, so there's water's contaminated. People are digging through the mud in bare feet. They need boots out here. They need lanterns, solar lanterns. Um, they need a massive support. So what we're doing is I'm working with 20 plus NGOs. Met with the got on a call with the mayor yesterday. Met with him today. I'm meeting with him today as soon as I'm done with this call. And so he's setting up 3 locations. I'm doing a quick aerial, sharing that with Samaritan's Purse, World Central Kitchen, like 20 different NGOs. I'm also headed down to Black River to get to be there with the hospital because we're setting an emergency field hospital where Samaritan's Purse is bringing their doctors, nurses, and everybody else to start rendering medical services. I'm coordinating with one of my best friends out of Chicago called Medical Shipments to actually get a lot of the medical shipments donated there as well. So literally, this is all hands on deck. This is one of the worst in 35 years. And the first hurricane I ever worked was Hurricane Andrew. I spent my life getting in early, riding these things out so I could deploy my search and rescue teams from ground zero. So literally some of the stuff you're seeing is us getting up before the sun was rising and cutting our way through with vans that are tour vans, right? And I have my tow straps, I've done this many times, cutting through, and there's a group coming out of Montego Bay cutting through this way. Met with the airport director yesterday, and he's like, dude, I'm wrecked. We're standing on the streets. This is how it's done. I'm like, here, just take photos. Here's the shrink wrap company, right? Here's the power fuel company that's done work for us in the Caribbean. These are the guys you need to dry your building, power your building, and get these terminals open so people can get out. So they started bringing the first humanitarian flights in. People are still able to get to Kingston. There's a Boston police officer, his family. I got him on one of the Rasta vans this morning out of the hotel that rode it out. I'm like, guy, just do me a favor. This guy and his wife and his family, it's critical. Get him off the X. A nurse, right? Get him in this van. And they were out at 4:30 in the morning today.
Wow.
But yesterday was just cutting a line in, cutting a line out. And the sad thing is that as I'm passing through these areas, there's this gentleman who's handicapped. He's got no legs, right? He's sitting in between these 2 planes. So disheartening. People are driving by, and people are overwhelmed. So it's hard to get to everybody. And so we just jumped out. Service. They're serving others. And what I want people to be reminded of is that it's time for us to serve these people.
Yeah.
The amount of people that stayed behind in this hotel, right, that left their families, lost comms with their wives, their kids, and children to serve the guests in the shelter, feed them 3 meals during that time, and again, with a smile on their face. They're
Yeah.
just now, and the thing is, I'm the only one in this entire place. There's over like 400 or 500 people here cut out early with my mobile Starlink. My guys are spread out the other island. When I got back to the hotel from our ops last night, there was a mob, and I'm sure it's being shared on the internet, right? That I set my Starlink up for people to be able to reach their families. They haven't been able to reach their families for 2 days, tell them
Wow.
that they are live, right? Book their flights, handle their mechanics. And people, it was chaotic. There was fights that broke out. It was insane how people, when they're not connected,
Yeah.
and the stress levels through the roof. But to me, I know if my wife and my family was here and somebody had that ability to provide the connection to the outside world, that's just what they would do. So I just want people to remember the people in Jamaica. But my guys, they're doing an incredible job. There's multiple teams coming in. They're bringing in additional Starlings. The hotel, the staff has done an incredible job, had a really great foresight. But I'm telling you, if that eye would have slightly gone to the right, the windows in the conference room, which was a good call, would have all blown out. That conference room that you're seeing, I pushed everybody with the security into the hallway between 3 and 6 because the curtain wall was about to blow. Then I said, everybody, get your socks and your shoes on, get your kids, because everyone's sleeping on cots. So again, people were getting a little uncomfortable, unruly, and I said, listen. You guys all get to go home. The people here don't get to go home.
Right.
So it's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
Handle your, be a self-cleaning oven. We'll get through this. One love, right? One love. So let's just stay focused there. And it was one of the toughest hurricanes I've ridden. But I'm telling you, the people are here. Distance right now, and the groups that are coming in. I'm doing everything logistically I can, because that's what God called me to do.
Yeah.
And we'll sleep later. Right now, it's just let's get things handled. But it's tough for these people, man. They got a long road. This is not America, man. This is a different animal.
Are there any favorite charities right now? People are wanting to donate to help out. I mean, I know you said there's like over 20 something. Can we donate to the work that you're doing? I guess here we have you're the SRP Disaster Response Fund, so you can go there, folks, and Steve will make sure to distribute it to those that need it. Any other groups that you like out there?
Yeah, and Del, as you know, 100% of that front end all goes out. I don't
Yeah,
keep a cent. None of it goes to administration. We don't
great.
just don't do that, right? That's
Yeah,
just not who I am. This is what I'm called to do.
all right.
The other organizations that you that have always done a great job, especially on the medical, is Samaritan's Purse. We're partners with them. We work tandem in tandem. I mean, I'm working with their logistics team to get the medical field hospital set up, with also World Central Kitchen, right? And then, of course, our Operation Barbecue, Stan team, again, those guys from Stan Hayes from Operation Barbecue.
Yeah,
Again, these guys are going to be feeding people for months
yeah,
because the infrastructure's not there.
yeah.
And then you have other groups that are bringing in the fuel, the power. But again, whatever comes towards SRP, I am true to my word.
I know you, man.
100% goes exactly where it goes to
Yep.
the cause. Always, it just always does.
Yeah. Fantastic, Steve. I'm going to let you get back to it. You have important work to do there. I want to thank you for being there for the people, being there for us, and giving us a view into what's happening there. You're just such a brilliant friend of the Highwire and just a great humanitarian hero. Thanks for checking in. Good luck. You're in our prayers with all the work, and give my best to all the guys out there that are helping you get this work done.
I will. I shared it. They send their love. Much
right.
love and appreciation, and especially to your community, you guys. The truth that's coming out there, like you shared earlier, man. Listen, I get calls from so many different news stations, as you know. I don't take the calls. I hit the brakes when you call because the truth is unfiltered, and your audience deserves to know what's going on. The truth, the real, not filtered, not angled, not fake AI photos. The real deal. So
I
thank
love
you,
it.
Dell, and your entire team and your audience. Love you all.
Love you too. Take care. Best everybody.